The Council on American-Islamic Relations, or CARE, is a national civil rights and advocacy organization. The California chapter's recent civil rights report found discrimination against Muslims rose in areas from employment to school bullying and more. Joining me with the details are Hanif Mohebi, Executive Director of CARE San Diego, and Deputy District Attorney Oscar Garcia with the county's Hate Crimes Unit. And Hanif, CARE's report found more than 1,100 civil rights complaints filed in California during the 2013-2014 year. They involved biases against Muslims. What were some of the top offenses?
We had immigration discrimination, essentially. In some cases, for example, you had citizenship delays, you have hate incidents and Islamophobia reports, followed by FBI and law enforcement harassments.
And employment was also included in there as well, correct?
Yes.
And what would that involve? Employment, people not getting jobs or being discriminated while they were on the workforce?
Everything from the process of getting hired, and then wrongful termination and harassment while they're at work.
Well, this report also revealed a lot of complaints about the, as you mentioned, Custom and Borders Protection. What were some specific complaints there, and why is that of particular concern? Some
of the line of questionings that are totally inappropriate. A person would be asked, which mosque did you go to? How many times do you pray? Would be asked about previous travels, which are all against essentially rights and liberties, and even CBP's and TSA's regulations.
And these are American citizens
Absolutely.
Of Muslim descent. And Oscar, how is law enforcement in San Diego County trained to deal with hate crimes and civil rights issues?
Well, fortunately here in San Diego, every police cadet, before they sign on to a police department, has to go through a 4-hour intensive course specifically on hate crimes. So I teach it along with a representative from the Sheriff's Department and a representative from the Anti-Defamation League. So they go through a 4-hour course of, number one, how to recognize a hate crime, how to better investigate these types of crimes, and also to help get an understanding of the type of offenders as well as what happens to these particular type of victims, why they're more victimized.
What is the actual definition of a hate crime?
The essential definition of a hate crime is when one targets someone and is substantially motivated by prejudice or bias, substantial motivation of prejudice or bias towards a characteristic. That characteristic can be based upon ethnicity, nationality, sexual orientation, disability, religion. Those are the main characteristics.
I see. And Hanif, how did San Diego in this report, the San Diego region here, how did we compare to other counties, let's say LA County, Orange County, things like that? We
ranked at fourth place, and I would add that since 2013, 2014, essentially there was a 6.5% increase in the total number of incidents.
So meaning 4 out of the 10 counties you looked at, we ranked with the 4th most complaints.
Yes.
I see. And Oscar, what do you think is the best way to reduce this? That's a high number here, to reduce bias against Muslims here in San Diego.
Well, part of our goal is also work with the Hate Crimes Coalition is to create public awareness so that victims will be more likely to report not only hate crimes, but also incidents which ultimately may lead and cross the line from a hate incident to a hate crime. An incident may be one where they're disrespecting someone because of their race, nationality, using profanity, derogatory statements, and we want the police to investigate those as well, so that we know who may possibly likely suspects may be if they cross the line to commit an actual hate crime.
For it actually progressing. And Hanif, there were several recommendations in this report on how to cope with this situation. So can you tell us some of the top ones that you think would be best to implement here in San Diego?
Absolutely. First and foremost, for us to be actually educated about our rights and liberties. And number two, to make sure that we report. A lot of cases go unreported. So for every case that we have, there are many more cases that are not reported. So number one, to know that there are federal, state, as well as in some cases city laws that would protect them, whether they are at employment, school, or any other location, or it has to do with accommodation.
All right. Well, I want to let folks know they can read the entire CARE report, which is actually quite interesting, on our website at kpbs.org. Hanif and Oscar, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.